We are racing on Wednesday night at Happy Valley here in Hong Kong with a good card coming up at Happy Valley, and we kick things off with a Class 5, the Murray Handicap over 1,800 metres. There is a defection. Nebula is out and Sunny Baby is in with Zach Purton riding sporting saddlecloth number 5. First event, it is underway at 10 minutes past 7 o'clock, and Classic Archie at the top for Harry Bentley. Turtle again's been in consistent form. A1 is back in this grade once again. Last win was off 39. Circuit Elite's now in the stable of Cody Moe. Sunny Baby into the field. United Endeavours has been consistent. Colourful Baron got a win last time out, and he's trialled okay since. Happy Hero, Fortune Triple, Diamond Winner drops back in trip. Viva Allah, and Viva Allah's got the hood going back on. Fox Hunter Way off a rating there of 25. Who leads in this race, Paul? They've tried Viva Allah over all sorts of trips and distances.
They do, and he leads over all of them. He leads over 1,200, he leads over 1,650, so he's definitely going to lead, I think, here over the 1,800. Circular Elite, if he jumps okay, he's a little bit iffy at the start, he can go forward. Sunny Baby comes into the race from a low draw. I think he can just slot in behind. He led last start, but that was over 2,200 metres. Turtle again can get a nice run, as will Fox Hunter Way. Diamond Winner, he gets back.
Two replays to look at for the opening event at Happy Valley, and there's quite a few coming out of this first replay, with the Colourful Baron winning this race here. In the contest as well was Turtle again, Diamond Winner, Paul, he's run since, and Happy Hero with Classic Archie, but Colourful Baron, are you keen on him this time round?
I've got him in, but not on top. I think the big run in this race was Turtle again. He should have won this race. He was 3-4 wide the whole way right throughout, and he still stayed on really nicely. He was entitled to drop well out, so I think he can overturn it with Colourful Baron here. Look, Diamond Winner, look, he's had his opportunities. I'm going to put him in on a minor line as well, but I think Turtle again can overturn this.
Yeah, he's £3 better off with the Colourful Baron for that beating of a neck last time out, so it looks a strong chance. He has been in consistent form. One more to have a look at, it is United Endeavours, and this is him back in the field here last time out at Sha Tin. Also in this race is Super Contented now. He's come through this and run second, Super Contented. The horse in front of him, Dragon Delight, was very disappointing as a favourite at the weekend at Sha Tin. But what do we do with this one, Paul?
Look, he was on the cusp. He's never raced over the course and distance before, United Endeavours. But Christo's got the horse going well. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 3. He has won one race, this horse, from his 21 starts, and that was at Happy Valley.
Keith Young rides, of course. He was in the winner's circle on Saturday at Sha Tin with Fallon. Typical sort of opening event at Happy Valley, Paul. Who makes it into the top 4?
Yeah, Class 5 event to start off with. Look, I'm going to go with Turtle again. I think there was a really good run from him last time. A Diamond Winner coming back to Happy Valley. A Colourful Baron in there for third's been consistent, and he has run second off a higher rating than this. And Happy Hero, his win came here at Happy Valley as well. 2-10-7-8.
Those are Paul's numbers for the first of 8 Wednesday night at Happy Valley, the Murray Handicap. It's Class 5 over the 1,800 metres, kick-off at 10 after 7. We stay at 1,800 metres for race number 2, but we go up a grade to Class 4. And here is the lineup for the Jackson Handicap, with Precise Express dropping back in grade. Angus Chung claiming off for his back for trainer Ricky Yu. Concerto in the lineup, looking cool. Serengoon was down the track last time out. Forever Glorious, consistent his last 3. Casa Cosmo, cheek pieces, crossover noseband off. The blinkers are being reapplied. Mr. Aladdin, Flying Silver. Super Contented got close last time out. Vincy, hard to follow him. And Palace Pal off a rating of 40, eligible for something easier. Paul, the pace, Forever Glorious, he went forward last time out, but Concerto, another one that can lead also.
Yeah, I think every horse will get their chance in this, and this should be a reasonable pace. Super Contented can slot in nicely. Flying Silver's another one who likes to race close to the pace. Palace Power looking cool, and then Mr. Aladdin can slot in there with the Casa Cosmo. We know Vincy goes back and Strongest Boy goes back as well, so those two should be at the rear.
Well, he has been in good form, Forever Glorious. So too the trainer-jockey combination of Vincent Ho and Francis Loy. Concerto through this race as well. Paul, is he any chance? Luke Ferraris gets on well with him, and he has been able to just win the once in this grade, but not this distance.
No, he's had 2 wins in total, Concerto, here in Hong Kong, so he's more than capable. This is his best run this season, what we've seen with this 4th. Look, I'm going to put him in because I think he's getting there. He's getting back to some sort of form, and Forever Glorious, I think these two will be on the pace, so I think they're both good chances in this.
Yeah, he's dropped to £21 coming into this Forever Glorious, so we'll see what Jenny's assessment of him in the paddock is. Next replay here for this second race of the evening is Super Contented, who got very close to them last time out, was up just behind the pace in this run here, Paul. Serangoon Vinci in this, but they both finish well back. He seems to have turned the corner, the son of Tavachi, and he's up over 1,800 metres now.
Yeah, which looks ideal for him out of an Ekram mare. Look, he did win his Class 5, but he's shown he's up to it in Class 4 with this run. He comes back to Happy Valley. That's where his win was here at Happy Valley. So the 1,800 should be okay for him. Look, I'm going to include him. I think he's been running really well at this stage. Don't know quite where Serangoon and Vinci's a 10-year-old now.
Yeah, so he's getting on in age. One would have thought Super Contented was going to run past a special hedge there at one point, but wasn't quite able to do so. Mr. Aladdin coming into this. He's the son of Satono Aladdin. He's widest here, Paul. What about Palace Powell? He's now a 21-start maiden off a rating of 40, so he is eligible for Class 5.
He is. I prefer him down there, to be honest. I do like this horse, though. This Mr. Aladdin. They ran really slow here, and these two horses did both, to their credit, ran on really nicely. Was over a second slower for the first 850 here, up to 1,800 metres by Satono Aladdin. Prior to this, he did run fourth, I should say, behind both Simply Maverick and also Red Hair King, and they've both been impressive winners.
They have been. I thought you could make a little case for Palace Power just with the way that race was run also. And some track work now with the Strongest Boy, but he's not been overly reliable, Paul, in terms of winning. None from 14, barrier 11, Zach Purton.
So he'll go back once again. With Zach aboard, he might be slightly unders as well. He's been in the market. He's been beaten favourite a couple of times, this horse, so look, I'm going to have just to watch him in this.
Who's on top for the second?
I do like Mr. Aladdin. I really like this horse. I think this is a really winnable race for him. Concerto and Forever Glorious from the front and Super Contented. So 7, 2, 5 and 10.
That is race number 2, the Class 4 gallopers over the trip of 1,800 metres. You can get your big red Sharpie out because we've got a scratching for the third event at Happy Valley. It is Top T, who is a defection. So that means Nordic Combined gets in, but Nordic Combined is carrying £117 from barrier number 1 of a rating of 40. So take note of that. He is eligible for something a little easier, but is at the top of the order here, carrying 117. Youth Power hasn't done too much in 4 starts. Tattenham was okay last start. Brave Witness, little fair second up considering his good run first up. Flying Phantom, Cheong Fat for Michael Chang and Zach Purton in the lineup. Further down you've got Multi Darling, who was a winner 3 starts ago. Shinkansen was good last time out, running away at the line to score. Dad Attack's been back to the trials. Miracles turned up and actually finally won a race. Crystal Powerful there as well. He's another last start winner. And Super Elite, another one in this race that is eligible for Class 5 off that rating of 40. Miracles, Paul, they didn't actually lead with him last time out. He wasn't the quickest away, and it worked to his advantage in the end.
Yeah, so you might let Tattenham go here and try and get into the trail. It's quite possible we could do that. Super Elite has drawn wide. Flying Phantom, Multi Darling, Brave Witness. There's no real leader in this race at all. So unless something like Dan Attack or wants to do something different, or Cheong Fat or someone, I think this is probably how it's going to end up.
Shinkansen had been a horse that had been threatening prior to this win, Paul, and he turned up, got the race run to suit and really ran away from them quite stylishly, I thought, over the final stages. Beating Flying Phantom, who wasn't quite as good second up, and probably keen to see Youth Power a little more in the future, maybe up in trip as well.
Yeah, no, I didn't put Youth Power in at all. But look, I did like Shinkansen's win. And as you say, he'd been building up to this. He won really nicely. He's one of the major chances in this race is Shinkansen. So really like this. Look, this was second up for Flying Phantom. So I want to give him a little bit of a forgive for this particular run, because he did run on well in the end. He is by dissident, so I think he's going to need further in time.
He's got barrier 9. Brenton of Della riding for John Size. On we go to Cheong Fat, and he hugged the rail this night here at Happy Valley, back in the field. Zach Purton sticks with the Michael Chang trained galloper.
Yeah, he does. I don't know if the rail was the best place here on this night, because a lot of the winners were coming down the middle of the track. Look, he stayed on okay. Look, he is now, as you say, Michael Chang. He's drawn barrier 4, so he's going to get his opportunity. So maybe this is his race.
Okay, that's him on the inside there, not finishing too far off the winner there over the final stages. One more to highlight, and it is Crystal Powerful, a last start winner, but he's none from 7 in this grade. Paul, beyond midfield, was able to quicken nicely here in the straight once they turn and get balanced with him, but I'm not so keen on this horse in this grade.
Yeah, look, this is the key. I mean, if he is going to perform in the grade, this is probably the right race, though, because he's coming in with a light weight and he's a horse in form at the moment. Did show a good turn of foot to finish off nicely here in Class 5. I'm going to put him in on a very minor line, but he's very, as you say, he's hard to have anywhere high up the order.
Yep, certainly is in this grade, but a last start winner just the same. Who's in the top 4 for this?
I'm going to go with Cheong Fat. I think he can improve and go close. There's nothing much between him and Shinkansen, though. I do like Shinkansen as well. So the 6 and 8, 8 and 6, Flying Phantom and Crystal Powerful.
Those are Paul's selections for the third event tonight. It opens a whole lot of stuff at Happy Valley. The second double trio, the first treble and the 6-up. The trophy event to Happy Valley Wednesday night is the Hong Kong Club Challenge Cup. It also opens the first leg of the triple trio for Wednesday night's fixture. Harmony and Blessed here over the 1,000 metres is a 4-time course and distance winner. Heroic Master stays on a rating of 73. California Deeply has got the hood going on. Beauty Glory having his first go at 1,000 metres course and distance. Atomic Energy, there's 3 here for Tony Cruz, the 3, 4 and 5. Casper Founds with Nakoti County from Barrier 1. Chain of Gold is a newcomer, raced in Australia under the same name with Matthew Smith and most recently won at Wyong. He also won at Orange. And Folded comes off the all-weather from his first start. Happy United also for Jamie Richards. And down the bottom, Fortune Warrior. Cheek pieces off, blinkers applied from Barrier 9. Is there any chance they lead with him here, Paul?
They'll try, I think. I think they'll just keep pushing forward, but Harmony and Bless is a very speedy horse around the 1,000 metres, and Harmony and Bless is drawn 2. Fortune Warrior is drawn 9 with blinkers on. He might get across and past Beauty Glory, but I can't see him getting to the rail. If they do, they're going to go really, really fast in this race.
Zach Purton looking to get down to 118 potentially here on Happy United, maybe a couple of pounds over. He's trying to do that for his trainer, Jamie Richards.
Jamie, Happy United has done a really good job for you around the valley. Had his first go in this grade last time out and he was far from disgraced.
Yeah, he ran well. Casper's horse just got the dream run through. Beautiful ride from James, and we just got flushed out on the corner, which might just cost us a length or 2, but he still ran well, as you say, first time up into Class 3.
He's been up to Chung Fa, nice little break up there. Has he done well for that?
Yeah, he has. He just had a little maintenance trial up there. Seems to be in good shape, and everything's in order. He's got a nice draw, and hopefully he can have a little bit of luck.
It's a race, Jamie. Obviously, naturally, over this trip, there's going to be a whole stack of pace, which there seems to be on paper. Your horse races sort of close to the pace, doesn't necessarily lead. Is that a positive, the fact that there is quite a bit of tempo?
Yeah, I think he's a horse that is a little bit better when he's got something to chase. Might just have a little bit of a turn of foot when he's got a bum to follow. But yeah, as long as the pace is on and he can get a nice run in transit from that, nice enough barrier, hopefully he can be a nice chance.
He's got a nice light weight, and I guess maybe a horse like Frankie Law's Heroic Master might be your biggest danger, so receiving a good bit of weight from him is always a plus.
Yeah, you've got those old hardened horses that are up the top of the book there that know exactly what the game's all about, but he's still a young horse and hopefully he's got a few points in hand.
Pretty chilly morning here at the trials, Jamie. The star turned very much your horse, Wellington, looked to trial really well this morning.
Yeah, he's just had a bit of an easy time since the international sprint, but the plan was always to give him a sort of a maintenance trial here, and seems to be in good shape. He's going to have to be right at the top of his game, obviously, with Lucky Swainess in there, but we're looking forward to next weekend.
Yeah, I guess having seen those entries, of course, I mean, it's going to be a tough competitive race, but in your horse, you've got a hard-knocking, hardy Group 1 horse who's been there, done it, and got the T-shirt.
Exactly, he's just got to hold his form. Whether some of those young up-and-coming horses now have got it over him as he gets a bit older, but we're doing everything we possibly can to make sure he turns up in good shape.
Will he trial again before the Group 1?
No, I don't think he'll need to. Just do a little bit of work a couple of times next week, and that should have him where he needs to be.
Jamie Richards with the update there on Happy United, and also a little snippet there on Wellington lining up in a couple of weeks here in Hong Kong in the Group 1 sprint. We move on from Happy United to Paul to Nakoni County, who was down the straight here at Sharton last time out, basically last here at this point, and he was able to finish off quite strongly on the far side.
He did. Look, his wins have been over the 1200 as well. He's coming back to this 1000 with a bit of pace on in the race. I can see him running on strongly enough. This was a nice enough run, a good, but he is a horse that we've seen better so far at Happy Valley. So, look, he's a chance. I've included him.
Yeah, of course, we saw Pleasant Endeavour win this race, and look, he stuck on quite well. Might have just peaked very late on the performance there, but it was still a useful run down the straight from Nakoni County. Heroic Master, one more to look at here. Another one that's been performing down the straight, Paul, at Sharton. He's in front of Pleasant Endeavour here, behind Packing Bowl, who's trolled up quite well recently. What do we make of Heroic Master? Because he has been consistent, two-time course and distance winner.
He is, definitely. He's drawn nicely, barrier 6. I can see him getting just in behind the pace. So he should get a really good run here. And he's another horse who's really a lot better at Happy Valley. So, look, I think he could win this race. He's slightly higher than his last winning rating, but he's going well at the moment.
He's had a barrier 6 Andrea at Zini riding, and he's had 21 winners for the season thus far. Selections, Paul, for the main event.
Yeah, going to go with Heroic Master on top. I can see him getting a lovely run and finishing well. Happy United obviously can handle this grade with that one start for third. Harmony and Bless is very speedy from the front, Nakoni County from the back. 2916.
Paul, with the 2 on top, Heroic Master for the main event Wednesday night, the Hong Kong Club Challenge Cup, first leg of the Triple Trio at 8:40. Race 5 is Class 4 over 1,650 metres. It is the Icehouse handicap, and here is the lineup. Invincible Missile with the blinkers being reapplied. He has won with the blinkers in the past. Last win off a rating of 59. Dragon Star, Golden Link, Satirical Glory had a good run on the trail and pretty much had every chance. Was just knocked off by Atomic Beauty. Got Sturdy Ruby, V Love You. Danny Schumann, Harry Bentley comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Win-Win Fighter hasn't won for 406 days. He's a two-time course and distance winner. Aromatic has been better his last couple. Atomic Beauty, that last win over Satirical Glory. And then you've got Dragon Pride, Right Honourable, and Superb Move. It was a good run from him last time out. Barrier 11. Dragon Star, Paul, Superb Move, another one that could challenge. As Dragon Star maybe found his mark. He's dropped 24 pounds.
He has, isn't he? I wonder about that. Has Dragon Star might have done his winning. Look, Superb Move, I think, can get across, but we saw that last time. He had to work really hard. It was a big run. Satirical Glory might make it a bit tougher for him. V Love You led last start, but it's dropped right out, so I don't think they'll want to lead again. Sturdy Ruby will get a lovely run in behind. So will Win-Win Fighter, Aromatica, and Invincible Missile gets back. Right Honourable does his best racing from the back.
Another one that's out of the Francis Loy stable with Vincent Ho riding is Win-Win Fighter. In this effort to here, Paul, he was slightly held up in the run. This is the run of Superb Move as well, running 5th. There was a lot to like about this. And Dragon Star, who just knocked up late in the piece here. This race eventually won by Sure Joyful.
He's had some tough runs, Dragon Star, and he's lost this weight as well. So that's why I'm just going to watch him in this. I've left him out. I did like the run from Superb Move, though. He just stayed on really nicely. And Win-Win Fighter has been catching the eye late. So both those two will go in. Okay, that's the verdict on those gallopers there. Atomic Beauty, a last start winner. He turned up at any old price, did Atomic Beauty last start. Was 47 to 1 down the outside here in the pink blinkers. Now, Satirical Glory is £3 better off. Paul, Aromatica is £5 better off. And you've got horses like Golden Link, Right Honourable in this too. He's getting into the veteran stage, old Right Honourable. I thought, look, these horses were entitled to run on because it was quite a fastly run race, this. Satirical Glory was on that pace. So, look, he's the one I'm going to take out of it, just on a minor line for Satirical Glory because he just can't seem to get his nose in front at the moment. So he goes in on a minor. Yeah, the thing to worry about with Satirical Glory was he had pretty much every chance in the trail last time out, so we'll see if we can put another good run on the board with Zach Purton riding there. Another old favourite of yours, Paul, is Sturdy Ruby, and he last time out was here at Happy Valley. Win-Win Fighter, Right Honourable in this as well. He's run 3rd, 8th and 3rd, so he's been relatively consistent, not beaten overly far. No, he does like it here at Happy Valley. His best runs have definitely been here. He's drawn barrier number 4. He's going to get a perfect run. He's run 3rd off a 52 rating. Look, he's had in total now 8 starts. He started off a rating of 52 and he's at a rating of 50. So it shows how consistent he has. He hasn't really moved off that rating.
Yeah, it's a tricky old race, this one. Hence, it's a leg of the triple trio. So who's on top?
I'm going to go with him, though. He's a consistent horse, Sturdy Ruby, so I think he'll get a nice run in behind. Superb Move was a tough run last time. If he does drop a grade, he'll be a really good bet down into Class 5. Satirical Glory and Win-Win Fighter. 5-12-4-7.
Race number 5 of the Wednesday night card at Happy Valley. Another tricky-looking Class 4 race over the trip of 1,650 metres. The late treble kicks off at Happy Valley with race number 6. It's Class 4 over 1,200 metres, the club handicap. And here is the lineup with Scotch Tycoon, Beauty Infinity, a very good last start winner. Wanted to run in a little bit over the final stages. Happy Trio's been consistent. Earnest Feeling is racing oh so well. He's won 3 of his last 4. Got Killandini there, who's still a long-standing maiden here in Hong Kong. Golden Luck returning to Happy Valley. Lucky Quality, Alfie Chan and Casper Founds. Podium hasn't done a great deal in his career here so far. Blinkers are being reapplied. Melbourne Hall back off a 77-day freshen up. Super Eagle going round again. We'll see if he can finish better than second this time round. Colonel and Alloy King, another one that is eligible for Class 5 off the rating here of 40. Colonel Paul, we know he likes to go forward, but there's a few that might get caught wide in this.
Yeah, Golden Luck likes to go forward. Alloy King likes to go forward. Not sure where Earnest Feeling's going to be from his wide draw. Killandini, he likes to go forward. Scotch Tycoon should get a nice run. He's quite versatile because he's led in the past and he's gone back. Happy Trio, Melbourne Hall, he won't be too far away. Super Eagle likewise.
Well, Earnest Feeling is in terrific form out of the Jamie Richards barn, and a man that gets on so well with Ernest is Antoine Hamlin.
Antoine, Earnest Feeling, you and he make a really good pair now. You're riding him for the 11th time, but all the success you've been in the saddle, and once again he was tough last time out to win.
Yeah, exactly, but a very, very honest horse. I love this horse, and this time we have a draw outside. It's going to be maybe more tricky with the more weight on, but he always gives his best, so why not? I think he still have a chance.
Just on him as a horse, I mean, he took a little while to finally win, but when he did win, obviously he's now racked up 5 wins, but he'd always shown a bit of form in Class 4 before last time, hadn't he, really?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people think he's only Class 5 horses, and then actually not, so I'm glad he keep doing well in Class 4, and I hope we'll keep going on that way.
How much do you enjoy riding horses like him? Because he seems to give his all. He was quite tough last time, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it's a dream to ride a horse like this. Always give the best. You just have to give him a nice track, and then he will give everything. Chatin, Happy Valley. It's a pleasure to ride this horse.
Obviously, you had a good association with him with Richard Gibson, but now he's joined Jamie Richards. He just seems to have gone to that next level, doesn't he? And nice to see him continue that form that Richard set him on that path.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone did a good job, so we just have to keep it on, and we know where I hope he won't stop.
You mentioned the draw, of course, Antoine. It is the C course, gate 11, obviously far from ideal, but I guess if he can overcome that, he certainly does have his chance again, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he still have a chance. Last time we ride him a bit more forward than usual, and he's still okay with that. So I think that's the plan today to ride him a bit forward, to jump and try to erase the gate as much as possible, and then go for it.
Hard to believe this time last year, Paul, he was off a rating of 26. He's off, 56 now?
I know, Jamie's done a great job with him, hasn't he?
Certainly has, so he's been in great form, has Earnest Feeling. We can move on and have a look at Beauty Infinity now. This horse was very impressive at his second start, Paul. His first run was good closing off. Just wanted to lug in a little bit late, so still not the full quid yet, but plenty of raw ability. Yeah,
once he learns the game, he's going to be a really nice horse, this one, by Toronado, so sort of the further the better as well. He's winning these off 1,200 metres, just off of that raw ability, as you say. Look, he did lug in a little bit there, but they were well clear, those two, and he just really stretched out nicely. I think he can win again. He's a horse going the right place.
What price do you think you'll be?
220, 230, maybe, if you're lucky.
If you're very lucky, I'd suggest, on that sort of performance there. We'll see what he comes up in the market. Another one to look at here, and this is Happy Trio. He's with Colonel, who ran fourth. Colonel sped to the lead here, of course, Killandini in the trail. Happy Trio's been going well out of the white stable. Yeah,
he's been quite consistent, a win, a seventh and a second in his last 3, and he's drawn nicely in barrier 4. Killandini, look, he came with a Group 1 winner, this horse. Back in South Africa, he's had 22 starts. He's now down to this rating of 56, so maybe he can find a win at some stage, but just hasn't been able to do it at this stage. And Colonel's quite honest from the front.
Yeah, Lyrical Motion won this race, of course, and he's been able to go on win again there at Lyrical Motion for Casper Founds. Beauty Infinity on top?
Yeah, I think he stands out, Beauty Infinity, and he can win this race. As you say, we'll see what price we get. Super Eagle can run second again. He seems to run second all the time. He's consistent. A Podium with blinkers on. His track work's improved in the last few starts. And then Scotch Tycoon. He's got to carry the big weight, but from barrier 1, he'll get his opportunity. 2:10.81.
He might not be the shortest price of the night, maybe in Beauty Infinity. Might be, though, with still a couple of races to come. But the last race, of course, there's a short price favourite going around in that. But Beauty Infinity for John Size and Andrea Atzini. Race number 7, the penultimate on the 8-race card, is the Connaught handicap. It is over 1,650 metres for Class 3 gallopers. Ratings 80 through 60. Silver Sonic, disappointing last time out, has been back to the trial since and ran second up at Chungfa. Torbjorn Prince, a winner 2 starts ago. He's £4 better off with Star Contact, who he meets here again. California Voce ran well last start. Quantum Patch was back and wide. Lucky 8 tries 1,650 for the first time. Ivy League was a winner 4 starts ago. Ran into Gallant Waking last time out. Prime Minister's won at a big price through that race. All Beauty consistent. Solid Impact tries 1,650 for the first time. Star Contact, a winner at 25-1. Tradition got cleaned up at the start in his first start behind Gallant Waking. USS Constitution and M Unicorn down towards the bottom. Paul the pace here at Torbjorn Prince. He likes to lead. Star Contact, another one that shouldn't be too far away in transit.
No, exactly, and he sort of sat behind the pace and won last time. Lucky 8's up in trip, so he should be forward. Supersonic, Ivy League, California Voce. Solid Impact's been running on strongly over 1,400, so he's up to 1,650. Solid Impact has been backed his last couple. M Unicorn gets back with Quantum Patch as well.
Well, Lyle Hewitson was the man to steer home Star Contact for the David Hayes stable last time out. And he spoke with Nick on Tuesday morning down at the track.
Lyle, Star Contact, you're a perfect 1 from 1 on the back of this David Hayes trained runner, and a little bit of a surprise last time, but a price.
Yeah, well, he'd actually been working really well going into it, and we expected a bold run. But yeah, the fact that he could go and win, and I thought he put a few nice ones behind him, was very encouraging. And last season when he won off the same mark, he continued good form for quite a while, so hopefully he maintains that again.
He was competitive off this mark previously, so I guess with that in mind, that might just give you a little bit of hope that he can sort of defy the rise.
Yeah, exactly that. Hopefully a little bit of confidence again after the win. He's maintained good form after that too. But I am aware of the fact that last time we had bottom weight, we were able to really control the race from second, and just things could not have gone more perfect. So we would need them to fall in place again, but with that said, I think he'll run well.
It's worth doing the lightweight line, I think 117, so not that's too much of a struggle for you, but I guess there is always that sort of mindfulness that you've got to do those sort of weights, but he was well worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it is a push, but well worth it in the end, and hopefully if he can go again, it'll make that one even more worth it.
You mentioned he's been in good form since, and I know you've had a sit on him once or twice. He certainly feels well to you?
Yeah, he carries his weight well. He's a good doer, so he looks good, and he's taking his work in every stride. And I think that he's going into this race in just as good form.
Lyle Hewitson appearing up with Star Contact to try and make that record that Lyle has aboard Star Contact 2 from 2. On we go to the next one, Paul. This is a horse that you're quite keen on here, California Voce, who was last seen at Charlton. Now, he has placed off a rating of 76 in the past, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just had the 1 second from his starts at this stage, but he's only had 9 starts, and this was a really good run, I thought, here at Charlton. He's last on the outside, and he finishes off this race really strongly, and a really good run. That's Green and White, Blue Marlin and whatnot in this race. Sweet Briar was in this race. So was Beauty Fit, Fun Together. So this is a lot easier race than he's been coming up against here, and I just really like the way he finished. So maybe he can win at a price.
Yeah, Blue Marlin, he was able to win after that, but Beauty Fit and again nearly won at the weekend, but didn't quite get his nose in front once again. So a form there looks relatively solid. M Unicorn now, who is off of this rating, Paul, of 61 down towards the bottom here. They tried to make a move around the outside. I'm not sure it totally worked in the end, but I just think the way he's going, he's still a big chance in this sort of race off a lightweight.
Yeah, he just needs a bit of luck, doesn't he, from that draw, M Unicorn. But as you say, he's got the lightweight. He's drawn 6, so maybe they're maybe a little bit closer in the run. Look, I think he's capable in this grade. It's quite an open race, this one, but look, he's running pretty well at the moment. So we'll see how he gets on. He did finish a nice 4th there.
Yeah, 4th there, and he's won 3 of 6 this season, so he has been going very well for Casper Founds. But California Voce for you?
Yeah, going to make him the sort of each-way play for the meeting here. Hopefully we'll get a price, double figures. Solid impact. I liked him going up to 16.50 for the first time, and he's been racing well. Quantum Patch, he goes in there for 3rd. He's been very consistent. Just drawn 11, so he needs a bit of luck. And then Torben Prince from the front, 3.842.
Paul's each way play in the 7th event, the 10.15. It is number 3, California Voce. The Chater Handicap to wrap up Wednesday night's card at Happy Valley is the final event, Class 3, 1,200 metres. And at the top you've got Bonza Perla, who's lining up again off a terrific win last time out. Really stretched the neck late to score. Armour Eagle last start when a Lucky Archangel was beaten 1 3/4 behind. Armour Eagle is £5 better off this week. Prince of Porty, Raging Blizzard has dropped £13. Recently trialled, comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Sugar Sugar, the blinkers are off. Barrier 1, Luke Ferraris. Down you've got Street Conquerors, number 7 there for Keith Young. Wasn't beaten overly far last time out in that same Armour Eagle race. Another one £5 better off. So too Watch Buddy. Golden Samurai to the Valley for the first time. The blinkers are being reapplied. Beauty Champ on the back up from last week, ran 7th. Only You, the blinkers are going on. Did have the blinkers on in New Zealand when he won. And Tagepi eligible for Class 4 off that rating of 40. Pace questionable here, Paul, in the last?
Yeah, there is. There's no real leader in the race at all. Lucky Archangel is probably the closest you'll get, and he's drawn 12, so I think he can come across. And this Raging Blizzard coming here for the first time, Karras wants to take it up himself. Watch Buddy always races close to the pace. Beauty Champ. Sugar Sugar should get a nice run from an inside draw. Prince of Porty likewise. Only You. Bonza Perla, she's drawn barrier 10. I think she's going to have to go back with Tagepi.
Well, we know that Happy Valley and Purin Candos, they go hand in hand. Raging Blizzard is one of those, and Karras Teton is partnering him in the last at the Valley.
Karras, Raging Blizzard is one of your rides on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. He's never actually been here, but what he's been doing at Sha Tin has looked quite impressive.
Yes, Nick. I must say, last time it was a very good win. By saying that, I believe he had a lot of things going his way. Decent draw. He had a nice trail into the race and got a nice split. So everything worked out pretty well, and he's got a nice draw on Wednesday. So let's hope he gets a good run again.
How important is that for a horse having his first run around here? I mean, he hasn't actually had any trials either, from what I could find. So I guess a good draw really is a plus.
Yes, of course, it's gonna make a big difference at the end. The good thing about this horse, he's got some nice speed, so that will help him also. But yeah, just looking forward to riding him.
You've ridden him in a trial since then as well. He ran 3rd in the trial. You were happy with that?
Yes, he just had a little stretch and was pretty happy. He was very comfortable the whole way. So yeah, he's ready.
Just going back through his form now, 2 starts ago, he actually started favourite in a race won by a certain Galaxy Patch. Let's just wind back the clock a little bit to the weekend. I mean, he was mightily impressive once again, wasn't he?
Yeah, of course, you know, the form line around those horses has been very strong. Most of those horses has come out and won, and of course Galaxy Patch has won again. And you know, of course, like you say, there's a good win by him this weekend.
Riding obviously for John here, obviously always confident, I suppose, coming into a meeting like this with good horses. I mean, John, you know, his record around the Valley always very good, and he's interesting that the fact that he'll bring them here with no trials. I guess it's always sort of an interesting sort of take from John that he will do that with a horse.
Yeah, of course, you know, Mr. Size, he's got great experience and he knows his horses really well. So for him to make a decision to take the horses at the Valley, he must know that they will handle it, and we all trust his decision.
Great to hear there from Karras Teton, engaged with Raging Blizzard for John Size in the last, and no doubt will be probably the shortest price favourite on the card Wednesday night. A few of his contenders that he is up against include Bonza Perla, and she's finally turned the corner here, Paul, from back in the field. This was on the back up from a very solid run prior. Any thoughts on maybe her winning again?
Yeah, just whether she can put two together from barrier 10 with 135. They were the little negatives for me. She's got to carry the weight and she's got a wide draw. So she's going to get back again. She'll need pace in the race. Look, I thought Raging Blizzard would get first run on her, and I haven't included her. I just want to see her do it again.
That race there behind Superb Capitalist, she obviously had the pace in it. It's going to be questionable this time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Okay, that's the verdict on Bonza Perla. Armour Eagle, he was a strong winner last time out. It's when James McDonald was still here. Bonza Perla, £1 worse off for that effort last time out, now that she's been able to win. Thought it was a good run here as well from Watch Buddy. He's another one that's got a good draw here, Paul, and had a bit of a sort of a tough run in the end. I don't know how he ended up quite so wide from barrier 5.
No, he did. And prior to that, he'd won really nicely, beating the consistent Super Eagle. I mean, this is obviously a little bit tougher. So, look, yeah, I'm going to include Watch Buddy again. I have included him in the last couple of starts. He's been pretty good. Wasn't a bad run from Street Conqueror as well. And you can see that was the race you're talking about with Bonza Perla finishing off, and she did finish off strongly.
Yep, certainly did. So that, of course, was Street Conqueror there on the inside, so close up. Another one to look at, Prince of Porty. You were remotely keen on him last time, Paul. And Sugar with the blinkers off, a 3-time course and distance winner.
Yeah, I like both these two horses. Sugar from barrier 1 coming back to Happy Valley interests me. And Prince of Porty, look, I thought it was a good run. I mean, this was a really strong race with Wunderbar, Kaying Rising in the race. And he finished off nicely enough here. This is a little bit easier, I think. It's a trickier race, but if you took the Raging Blizzard out, I think it's quite an open card, but open race behind him.
Yep, so Prince of Porty there for David Hall and Brendan Abdullah out of barrier number 7. Raging Blizzard, but who finishes behind him?
Yeah, I'm going to go to beat Sugar because Sugar's drawn nicely in barrier number 1, then Prince of Porty and Watch Buddy, so in that order. But as you say, we'll keep an eye on Raging Blizzard because he could come up very short in the last. 5, 6, 4, 8.
Those are Paul's tips for the final event coming up at Happy Valley. It jumps at 10 minutes to 11 o'clock. Don't forget to jump onto the website. All the races are there, hkjc.com, the main show for racing to win for Wednesday night at Happy Valley.